Welcome back to Good Morning Quad Cities. We're in the kitchen now, bringing you our weekly segment, Budget Bites, where we try to bring you a meal that will feed at least a family of four, $25 or less. So today I chose a French dish, Ratatouille.
Also
no, not the movie.
Disney oh, see? Jinx.
But this dish did become very popular because of that movie, but this has been around for many years. Yes. So let's talk about ingredients. So you need 14 ounces of crushed tomato. I did 1 red onion, just sliced. I did it in half and then just made slices. 2 bell peppers. Again, you want some slices of that. Oh, there we are. And then I did 4 Roma tomatoes, just thin slices, about 1/4 inch. And then you need, the recipe calls for 2 zucchinis. When I made this at home, I had an entire zucchini left over. So we just are gonna do 1. You need a cast iron frying pan and an eggplant, which I had never had before this recipe.
Really?
So yes.
Delicious.
So if you would like to keep, so with the eggplant, what we did was we cut it in quarters. Yes. We cut it in quarters, and then we're just doing slices like this. Okay? So the first thing you're gonna start with is you're gonna put the 14 ounces of crushed tomatoes on the bottom of the pan. Nina, do you mind grabbing a spoon, please?
And all of these veggies should be about 1/4 inch, you said, right?
Yes.
Trying to do them thin.
Trying to make it as consistent as possible because we're going to be assembling this to be very beautiful. You can also use a pie pan if you don't have a cast iron pan, but it has to be something that can go in the oven. Thank you. So just spread that around, make sure it's kind of an even layer.
So this is pretty healthy.
Yeah, it's very healthy. I mean, this is an easy vegetarian dish. What I did with it is I made pork chops with it. Oh. Except, did I bring the pork chops here today? No, I didn't, because my dogs jumped on the counter after I took them out of the oven. So,
I'm sure they enjoyed it.
Yeah, so what I'm putting on here now is a little bit of thyme. You can use fresh thyme leaves. I didn't have those, and I was trying to stay within budget, and I feel like if you have it in your pantry, just go ahead and use it. Sprinkle a little bit of salt around, because remember, this is crushed tomato, so it's not going to be salty at all. And then a little bit of pepper. I suppose you could probably use pasta sauce if you wanted. So then, all right, so you're good there. What we're going to do now is we have to assemble this. So we can kind of, the idea is you want it to be kind of uniform. It takes a little bit of time. The full prep time, if you go from start to finish, about 40 minutes to put this together, and then 55 minutes in the oven. So
we have to follow the colors of the rainbow?
Yeah, maybe not. Okay. So what we're going to start with is a zucchini. We'll do an onion. And I don't know that I'd necessarily do the whole slice. I'd grab some of them. And then tomato.
You basically stack it and lay it flat.
Yes, stack it, lay it flat. And then I will get out of the way so you guys can try it as well.
Oh. It really does look like how the cartoon portrayed it.
Yes. It's a little bit of a mess, but I think it's a fun opportunity, Nina, if you want to try assembling one too.
Sure.
So you can just kind of follow the same order, and if you don't, it's fine. Who's going to stop you?
You.
The Ratatouille police.
Yeah.
Really.
So the idea is you just keep going around in the circle until it's full, and then of course you want to fill the middle as well. Again, it takes a little bit of time. So we do have a photo of what it looks like when you get to the completed project of this. So this is what it would look like when it's done. So you keep going around in the circle.
That is gorgeous.
And, thank you. And then I sprinkled a little bit of like garlic on top, salt, pepper. After you pop it in the oven, 375 for 55 minutes, this is what it looks like. So like I said, it's really good if you want to put it on, you could put it on pita bread. It's something that I did. You could also put it on a pork chop because I'm a meat eater. But if you have a vegetarian or a vegan in your household, this is perfect for them.
And I love, nutritionists always say to try to eat the rainbow, as many colorful veggies and fruits as you can. So I feel like, we're checking the box here. We're being healthy.
Yeah, absolutely being healthy.
Really good for a meatless Monday if you don't want to include your pork chops or, meatless Friday, whatever you're doing.
Totally. So yeah, so you'll just keep going around in a circle, pop it in the oven, 375 for 55 minutes, pop it out. It's best if you eat it while it's still hot. Because remember, these are vegetables. They're not, anything like that. So they'll get a little mushy if you put it back in the fridge. So it's not something that I would recommend sitting on.
I think I'm sabotaging this. I'm so sorry.
You're totally fine. Who cares? You make it your own. And you don't have to stick with these vegetables. You can absolutely pick whatever vegetables you want because you don't have to do it just the way the French do it. You can make it your own because it's your kitchen. So Any guesses on how much it would cost to do this whole spread plus 4 pork chops?
I'm going to say 25 or under, just to be safe.
$16.99.
Have you been to the grocery store?
No, I haven't.
It was $24.47, and our limit is 25. So that was really close.
Nicely
but again,
done.
I think that was a perfect way to do that. Again, you can also shop for deals at the grocery store, at your meat department. If something's on sale, you can always opt for that. In the recipe that I followed, which we'll link on our website, they also recommend fish. So that's an option for you as well. And we will be right back.